Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, kiddies. This is yours duly, John Kassir, the voice of The Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio. It's Bones, and as always, joined with Rob and Kat. Guys, what's happening?
What's happening?
Not much, but a lot at the same time.
Yeah.
There's some shit. We're fresh off. We're fresh off of our Jason Takes Manhattan episode.
That movie.
God, you know, I'm so happy that you guys were able to see the greatness that is Jason Takes Manhattan.
Damn it, Mikey.
What?
Nobody saw that greatness.
I mean, you guys were kind of nice about it.
Yeah, I
was
mean,
pretty nice about it. Yeah.
we were being nice. I wouldn't say great, though.
Like I said last week, I'll take what I can get from you guys for that one. I took the bag and ran. I said, I'm not asking any questions. They didn't curse me out, so I'm good with this. I'll take that.
No, curse you out. Please. We always treat you with the most respect.
Oh my God. You're really going to lie in front of Jesus like that, Rob? In front of Jesus? Like, what did Jesus do to you that you got to lie in front of him? Come on now. You know what? While I got this open, there we go.
Oh,
First whip of 2021. Beautiful. But guys, we are back this week, and I guess we could tell them about the good news that we have coming up.
Yeah.
We haven't had a real partnership with Slasher Radio in a while. And the closest thing we really had to it last was Shudder. And that was extremely one-sided. And, you know, as I'm trying to be very nice and political here, I guess the easiest way to say was it sucked. You know, I mean, that's the best way to put it. And we had some other things that we were working on here and there. Those are long stories, but yeah, so it just stuff didn't work out, and I think that this is something that will leave people scratching their head a little bit. But really, if they know us, especially Rob and I, it'll make a lot more sense. And it's not like Shudder or anything like that, or anything really horror related, technically. But we're going to be part of Slasher Radio is going to be part of the Fansided podcast network.
But Mikey, isn't Fansided all sports?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Fansided, and you know, when you hear Fansided, you know, obviously it's a sports thing, but they also have, you know, they're growing. We spoke with Patrick Allen over at Fansided. We had a great conversation with him, and he himself is a huge horror fan, which is always cool to hear. And, you know, they're growing their entertainment aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're growing that. Rob and I are huge sports fans. You know, we used to have the Slasher Radio Fantasy Football League, which...
Yeah, why'd we stop doing that?
Dude, I forgot. To be honest, I'm not about the shows one, but even my own personal league, we were a week late.
Yeah.
Who knew when this season was starting?
I didn't even play this season because what a nightmare trying to do that. I just said no, I was out.
Kat, I know that you're a Broncos fan.
Yes.
and I'm not gonna bring up how my Bills beat the shit out of the Broncos for you. I'm not gonna bring that up.
Thank you.
I was gonna say, I know you're a Giants fan, Mikey.
I'm not a Giants fan. God damn it, I'm not. But Kat, I'm not even gonna bring that up. I won't even mention it. Okay.
Of course.
Okay. But I mean, are you big into sports? Or can you take it or leave it? Where do you stand?
Used to be a little bit more into football than I am right now, but pretty much I can take it or leave it.
Okay.
I haven't followed for years now.
Okay. No, I mean, I'm seriously excited about it. I mean, it's not going to change anything for you guys. You know, you're still going to be able to listen to us wherever you're listening to us now. You're not going to have to worry about all that. But it does open up some opportunities for us, some exposure for us. I think it's a really cool partnership because, you know, they're passionate people over at Fansided, and we are passionate here at Slasher Radio. And, you know, talking to Patrick and all that, like, they started with just two dudes who like writing about sports. And, you know, this show, when it first started, was about two dudes who just wanted to talk about horror movies. And now it's about two dudes and a chick. And I don't know how this chick puts up with these two dudes, but they, all three of them, like talking about horror movies.
Yeah.
You know, so I think I'm really excited about it. And plus, Fansided, for anybody who doesn't know, their traffic is incredible on their website. Like, they have so many things from like NFL and sports to movies, and now they have a podcast network, which, you know, I mean, I think everybody should check out all their stuff. We'll have a little more information on that in the coming weeks, but I mean, I'm excited about this, guys.
It is an exciting opportunity.
It is. And it's nice to have, you know, like, I'm not throwing shade on Shudder either, by the way. I'm not. But, you know, they're a big company, and they obviously are run by AMC, and AMC could give a shit less, I feel, about, you know, podcasts. And they had a little run with podcasts for a little bit with Shudder, and that didn't last long. They're just not interested in it, which is fine. You know, it's their company. They do what they want. But, you know, we're looking for something a little more on the even keel of a partnership, like a real partnership. And that's not what Shudder was. And as much as it aligned with what our topics are, you know, it just didn't work for us. So,
yeah. Well, what's the over-under on number of episodes before they kick us off their network?
What would the over-under have been when Bobby was on here? You know, I was looking over they had sent us over. We're like, guys, we are still like in the birthing stages of this, so we're looking over. They sent us over an agreement and all that, and I was
this could still fall apart. We might have to cut all this out.
Don't say that. So I'm looking over the agreement, and guys, I heard I was in the middle of a million things when I was looking this over, and I don't know legal, like all this jargon and shit they're saying, so I'm understanding very little of it as it is, but I picked out something where it said something about offensive something, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh no.
I don't. It didn't say. I don't. Maybe it didn't say offensive. It said, damn it, I don't remember what it's.
So we're gonna have to be a G-rated show now.
No, see, that's what I was worried about. I'm skimming through it now to see if I can find it, but it was something about I don't know. I don't want to say it didn't say explicit or anything like that. I mean, we're still gonna talk the way we talk.
That was the one I was worried about.
Right? No, it wasn't that, but it was something along those lines. I can't find it right now, but it caught my time. Like, wait, I was talking to somebody while I was looking through it. I'm like, wait a minute, am I not gonna be allowed to say fuck on my show anymore? This is a big problem.
Sweet Jesus!
But no, so it's being looked over by people who know what the hell they're talking about, and yeah, I'm excited about it. Nothing's going to change for you guys, so you don't got to worry about that.
Yep, be the same old show.
Yeah, same old show. You can find the same old place. You'll probably be able to find it more places. No?
Probably, hopefully,
which is good for us. So, just support the show is pretty much what we're saying. God damn it.
Yeah.
Which we can still say. We still say things like God damn it, fuck, and cock.
Yeah, if we want.
Yeah, if we want. Yeah.
It's nice to have the option.
I am waiting for Kat to curse one of us the fuck out on here. And I can't
it's coming.
Wait. It might be coming.
Yeah.
It will come eventually. I can't wait for it. One day I will have to bleep Kat. One day. And I can't wait.
Oh, I believe it. It's amazing it hasn't happened yet, actually.
It is. I thought Santa Jaws was going to be it. She's going to lose her fucking mind on me and just let me have it. But that might be what, Rob, that might be what gets us kicked off.
I guarantee I'm going to be what gets us kicked off one way or the other.
I don't know. The scary part is we're always one voicemail from Bobby away from getting kicked off of this thing.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We're enjoying this while it lasts, very much so. Speaking of voicemails, we haven't gotten any voicemails, which sucks. What the hell is the number of this thing?
Well, we didn't send out did we send out a thing?
I sent out a tweet. These people are fucking lazy.
Oh, you did? I didn't see it.
Lazy bet. Yeah, you replied to it.
No, wasn't that like last week? Yeah, I gotta let people know.
I didn't do it again.
Yeah, you gotta let people know.
My bad. Okay, so
come on, Mikey.
That's on me. I forgot to send it out.
Game.
Okay, well, my bad. But Guys, if you want to leave any voicemails of any kind, if you even want to just vent about a horror topic, anything you want us to quickly brush over, you can give us a call, leave us a voicemail at 917-397-KILL. That's 917-397-5455. That's a pretty easy number to remember. Yeah, so you can leave us a voicemail and we will play it on the show and discuss it. So you can hear Rob give you an attitude personally.
That's right.
That's right.
Don't bring that weak shit in here.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Wow, what an asshole!
Anyway.
It's time to hump the news with Rob Humphrey.
He's not a genius.
Here's an article about Kane Hodder.
Oh, that's something we're not going to talk about.
Bad Bloom.
Bad
Bloom?
She's will star and produce upcoming horror fairy tale Bad Bloom. Apparently.
Okay. And who is this again?
Vera Farmiga. She's been in stuff. She was in The Conjuring. She was in, I know her from, actually, I think the first thing I saw her in was The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, which is not a horror movie. She was in Bates Motel.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, she's done quite a bit of
Norma
horror
Bates.
stuff.
Yeah. She's good.
Yeah, she is. I think the first thing I saw her in was Up in the Air, which is not a horror movie, but a movie I really like. But yeah, she's done all sorts of horror stuff too.
Okay, but now you said fairy tale horror, Cat.
Yeah. Article said so.
Yeah, like what the? And it's interesting. Like I'm in for it. Don't get me wrong, but I that's more of like a. I would imagine that's like a. Oh God, what's his name? We were just talking shit about him not too long ago.
That doesn't sound like
Edward
us.
Scissorhands. Yeah, not at all. Edward Scissorhands.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton. That seems like a Tim Burton kind of thing.
Yeah, it could be.
I was picturing it as more of like a Guillermo del Toro kind of a thing. Like a
Yeah, it
Pan's
could be
Labyrinth.
that direction too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they both could kind of. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I'm interested to see that because as much as I love the blood and the guts and all that, that's great. But a Tim Burton kind of stuff, something along the. I love that shit, man. And I think there's a place for that in horror for sure. So it's not something I think anybody should be turning their nose at. Like I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be good. We'll see.
All right. So next up, I did find something to talk about. Not that we could say too much about it, but Robert Englund has a brand of coffee that we spoke about.
Oh my God. What?
Yeah, you didn't know about this?
No, I
Yeah.
had no idea.
Yeah, he has a coffee brand called Stay Awake, and he has a new blend available.
Wait, how is this the first I'm hearing about this? This is amazing.
Yeah, Rob, and he's selling also. They're selling individual bags of it. I mean, I don't know if it's. Oh yeah, okay. So it's grinds. It's not a. Oh wow, and on the bag it says "What a Rush." That's cool. No Bad Dreams on the bag, and yeah, it's Stay Awake is the name of the coffee blend, and it is available now.
I can't. I make my coffee in a Keurig, and they don't have the little K-cup thing, so I'm out.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee at all.
What?
I'm ordering some right now.
Are you really?
Yeah. I've got a browser open. This is amazing.
Yeah, it's from Dead Sled, and apparently it's $17 per bag.
Oh, and you can get it whole bean or ground.
Who the hell gets whole bean?
Me, I'm getting
Do
whole
you
bean.
really?
I've got a coffee grinder.
Yeah, I used to
Oh.
get whole bean before I switched to the Keurig.
Well, look at you guys being all fancy. Really? Wow.
It tastes better.
It does.
Okay.
It's fresher.
Excuse me. Like I said, not a coffee drinker, so I wouldn't know. So Kat will be able to give us a live review of the Stay Awake Robert Englund coffee.
Yeah.
Kat, what if it sucks?
I'll be so sad. I'll be devastated.
And not that I think it's gonna suck, because I don't, but
I'll get us kicked off of Fansided for calling out Robert Englund on his coffee on the podcast.
I have a feeling we're gonna become very close friends with Patrick Allen over at Fansided. I'm just saying.
I thought you were going to say Robert Englund.
Well, that would be nice. No,
That would
I'm
be
sure
amazing.
we're gonna get scolded every now and then. We get that phone call like, Robert called and
They got all kinds of cool coffee. There's a Vampire coffee on here too, and a Vincent Price coffee.
really?
Yeah, Bella Lugosi.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff on here.
What? Hold on.
I could probably get one of those reusable K-cup things and put it in.
They have you'd have to get a whole new Keurig, but they have those Keurigs where it's like, a couple of different ones in there.
You can also get like a reusable K-cup, I think it's called, and you can put your own coffee in it and use it.
Right, yeah, they have those
Yeah.
little things you can
Yeah,
stick in there. Yeah, you get that.
yeah, I just don't have one because I just get my regular, coffee I drink and put it in the thing.
Right.
But this is a little tempting now, isn't it?
Sure is. Get yourself a bag. But yeah, that's cool. I mean, I might get a bag one day. Like I said, I'll probably make one cup and never touch it again, but
Why don't you drink coffee? That's the most disturbing thing about all of this.
I just, I can drink iced coffee.
We're recording a podcast at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and you're not drinking coffee.
And guess what? I'll be up until about 4 to 5 a.m. And I will be up at 10:30 in the morning. Bright eye and not bushy tail.
Why do you get up so early?
I still got editing to do and shit to take care of. Things, people to see, things to do.
Got a busy life.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
All right, it is ordered. I'm very excited about this.
What do they charge you for? What do they charge you for shipping on that?
It came out to like 23, so it's like $6.
That's
That
not
seems
bad.
like a lot of money for a thing of coffee.
It's also back ordered apparently, according to my receipt.
Aw,
So that's
son of a bitches.
gotta read the fine print, but
Bastards. How dare they? Oh, it's got a review already.
it's for me.
No, it's from someone named Chris. Oh God, what if this is IR Chris?
Oh, is that IR Chris?
Holy shit. Waited since October for the pre-order to arrive, and boy was it worth it. The coffee is
Oh.
incredibly smooth and is not bitter in the least. A pleasant surprise for me considering the amount of caffeine it's said to have. Oh wow, well that's a good thing too. If you're thinking about trying it, just go for it. It's worth the money. There you go.
Oh, I didn't read any of the. I found out Robert England had a copy and I ordered it. I don't even know like what kind of roast it is or anything.
Oh yeah, whatever
Whoops.
it says.
Is it like a dark roast or? Am I gonna regret this when it comes in? Because it's
Well, what roast do you prefer?
prefer dark roasts, but I'm not super picky. As long as it's not like a flavored thing, I think I'll be fine. And it's not like a chocolate peppermint Christmas blend.
Blend of high quality single origin Robusta Vietnamese coffee and a blend of Arabic beans from South America, all of which are ground down to a Turkish style grind, hence the name Turkish blend. I don't know what any of that shit means.
So that's not accurate for me because I got whole bean, but I mean,
All right, yeah, true. Well,
it all sounds good.
If nothing else, the bag it comes in is pretty cool.
right.
Well, you always got that, Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. You can hide shit in there. It'll be perfect. All right, so there's Robert England. Everybody go get yourself a bag. Apparently it's on back order, so Kat might be drinking this at some time around Christmas. We don't know. Next up that I wanted to discuss, and it's kind of, sort of, goes into the topic we're talking about today. Universal has a classic monster movies.
Are you talking about the YouTube thing?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Universal's putting up on their YouTube, for YouTube streaming. Oh, for free. You can just stream it for free. Watch it whenever you want. That's crazy. Monster movies, including Dracula, Frankenstein, all that bullshit. I'd imagine the
Yeah.
Wolfman's in there.
I saw that they're putting a lot of them up for free for a limited time. I don't think they're going to be up there forever, but you can watch them for free for a week or something. I don't know what it is.
Okay. Well, they're going to have up there Dracula, The Mummy, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, The Invisible Man, which, what we're talking about today, kind of. The Wolfman, and Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. So, I mean, that's pretty fucking cool. Good for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go check those out for free.
Right, shit, I wish we had those licenses. Imagine the traffic their YouTube's going to get.
Yeah. I've got all those. I bought a 30 movie box set, of all those movies, so I've got the Blu-rays.
I remember
And,
hearing you say that, and I looked it up and almost bought it.
Yeah, it's a nice box set, and it looks great. Like they you cleaned the pictures up and everything. It's absolutely beautiful.
Damn, who does that? It's gotta be a lot of work.
Yeah, I know. Tedious, right?
Sure as hell not me.
No!
But that's pretty cool. I mean, Kat, would you sit and watch any of the movies? I mean, we're talking from 30s.
Oh, absolutely.
What's up your alley?
Yeah. Not all of them, but definitely there are some. Actually, one of the reasons why I was excited to do this episode, I also liked the original Invisible Man quite a bit.
Yeah, I agree. They're not all of them, but there are a couple there where I can actually sit and really get into it. There's rewatchability for some of them for sure. And the last thing I wanted to mention, there's a new image for Halloween Kills that came out.
I saw that too. Yeah, it looks cool.
And it's Michael Myers standing there looking all menacing and shit, like only Michael Myers can do. I mean, what the fuck are they doing, guys? Teasing us like this in January.
They I don't know if you saw. I saw today actually a thing where David Gordon Green was talking about Halloween Kills, and he says it's he wanted this to be what he called the explosive middle chapter. So I guess this just sounds like it's just balls to the wall, like nonstop mayhem throughout this film. And then he said Halloween Ends is going to be they're going to bring it back to a much more personal movie.
Huh.
So this is I guess going to be just Michael causing mayhem all over the place.
Well, we had James Drew Courtney on not too long ago, and he said that this was going to be Halloween on steroids.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is lining up pretty much to sound like a lot of blood and guts. But guys, I mean, but in January they got to do all this?
Yeah, well, I think that we're going to get more and more, because they had basically an impossible task of keeping this movie in the, in the forefront in people's minds for over a year, So I think that we're probably every few months going to see something new, just to try to get it back out in the news cycle.
That pisses me off, though.
Yeah, it's a long way. I mean, I wish we could have gotten the movie. I was stunned when they decided not to release it on VOD.
Mm-hmm.
But, it is what it is, I guess.
Where we're at now. Then we just have to be tortured another several months.
Yeah.
Right.
And the movie's not going to live up to the hype, right?
Right.
I don't know.
I hope that it is. I've got my fingers crossed.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
I really liked Halloween 2018, but I've talked about this before. When I left the theater the night I saw it, I was so disappointed because that one couldn't live up to the hype, and this one now has got all this extra hype piled upon it.
I will say a year's worth of hype is gonna be expectations are gonna be crazy high for this.
Yeah. I don't know. This one might do it. If they're saying what, I mean, I felt the same way about 2018 Halloween. I did try to not get my hopes up because I figured it's hard not to, but I figured it was going to be, it was going to be nowhere near the original Halloweens, 1 or 2, and definitely not Halloween Resurrection because that
or Halloween 3.
God, see, I tried to piss you off and you pissed me off. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, Rob? Come on.
Resurrection.
God damn it! You had that cocked and loaded, man. Damn.
But actually Halloween 2018 is one of my favorites in the franchise.
It was good,
now.
yeah.
I really like it now. It's just, I went into that theater so hyped when it came out that there was just no way that I was going to be impressed with anything they did.
Right.
I had, these huge expectations, but I've watched it, I don't know, a ton of times.
Yeah.
Oh,
Since it came out. I really do like that one.
see, I left the theater pretty impressed with it. But I try to be really careful, like, not to read reviews if I'm trying to like a movie.
Right.
Like, I was very careful because I heard that they were doing Halloween 2018. I got very excited about it, and then I stopped reading any kind of news about it until I had seen it, and I came out very impressed.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I liked it. It was good. I'm there for it and everything. But It was see, you get caught in the middle, man, because what do? Do you do a slow-paced movie like the original Halloween? I think that's hard to do in 2018. You don't go balls out because then you're making a fucking Rob Zombie movie, you know? So it's like you can't really do that. And I think they found a good medium for it. But I think to really blow your mind, it has to be a lot. It has to be closer. Now, I'm not saying it has to be, but it has to be closer to a Rob Zombie Halloween than, you know, maybe an original Halloween. Rob, does that piss you off, or do you at least get what I'm...
Well, I mean, if you want to make a substandard movie, that's fine.
Well, no, God damn it. I don't, look, and I'm on your side with that. You know, I do not, Rob Zombie Halloween movies were not Halloween movies to me. That wasn't Michael Myers. I'm with you there. But I think you had to mix them up right. Is that a better way of saying it, maybe?
No, I know what you're saying.
Okay.
And I think you're right. You do have to find some sort of middle ground between the two because, you know, as much as I love John Carpenter's Halloween, it's a slow movie.
Right.
And, you know, like my son, I try to watch it with him and he falls asleep, you know, halfway through it every time because it's just nothing. He's like, nothing's happening.
Right.
What are you talking about? Everything is happening. What do you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, the attention span of the demographic today is definitely not favored towards the original. So maybe that's what they're doing with this one, you know. So maybe they'll hit the nail on the head with it. I'm excited to see because Michael Myers, when he really gets down and busy, there's no one like him. You know, he has such a way to it. And James Jude Courtney did a great job portraying that in 2018. I think he's going to do a great job in this one, and I can't wait to see the damn thing. But they need to stop cock teasing us. It's pissing me off.
Yeah, just release it already, Jason Blum.
You put it all on Blum? Damn. All right.
Yeah, right on Blum's front door.
Okay.
I ain't afraid of him.
Signed, sealed, and delivered. Okay. There's another call we're going to be getting from Fansided. I heard that Rob was threatening to fight Jason Blum. And...
If we pick up the show, are we going to have to fist fight Jason Blum?
On the next Mike Tyson fight, is Rob Humphrey and Jason Blum going to be an undercard?
Bring it.
Rob, if you and Jason Blum... God, this is a dangerous question to ask. If you and Jason Blum got had a boxing match on the undercard of a Mike Tyson fight, much like Nate Robinson with whatever that Paul kid was, who would be the one getting knocked out? Like Nate Robinson.
I mean, probably me. I don't know how to fight.
Okay, fair enough.
Plus, I don't want to hit Jason Blum. I just want to see the damn movie. I like Jason Blum quite a bit.
Me too.
Yeah, he's a great follow on Twitter, by the way. If you're not following Jason Blum, follow his account. He's a great follow.
Yeah, just threaten him like Rob did. You know, sure.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, if you don't mind. Well, speaking of Jason Blum, we are doing the 2020 Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Yay.
Now, guys, I've been busy and my downtime has been minimal, but
Are you
also...
going to tell us you didn't watch it?
No, I did watch it. No, I'm not getting at that.
That's where this was going.
Jesus Christ, no. I did watch it. But I was meaning to watch the original Invisible Man, and I didn't get to. I have seen it probably twice. I think maybe a third, but I remember definitely twice. I could only tell you a handful of things about it. I don't remember it very well. But do you guys know the origin story of the Invisible Man?
It was a book, wasn't it?
It was a book, yeah, by H.G. Wells.
But do you know what caused him to become invisible?
I've never read the book, and I don't remember I've only seen the original like once, and that was a long time ago. I don't remember.
I think it was like a chemical thing, wasn't it?
I was going to say, it sounds, at the time, it seems like everything was like a potion.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so, and then that's what I was figuring. I'm looking at
It's been, I've actually read the book, but it has been a long, long time.
Right. So, now, there's pretty much my question is, and pretty much, it wasn't a fucking rich Batman scientist that, you know, made it.
No.
So, before we even get into really the movie so much, I want to say that kind of threw me off, you know, and I don't know how I feel. I get it's 2020 and you got to do things and all that. We kind of like we were talking about Halloween. What do you guys feel about an invisible suit being the Invisible Man?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it for a couple reasons. Well, one of which, not that this is, I would not describe the 2020 Invisible Man as campy, but
No.
I think there's a certain like self-awareness that you have like to be able to make a film with such a high suspension of disbelief. And I think something, about the Invisible Man, like Rob said at the time, like everything was a potion or chemicals or, there was some kind of like vague scientific explanation for it. And I think using technology is a better reflection of the era where this is, where this version has been made. I think in that regard, it was a nice homage to the original story while also kind of updating it. I also, there was actually an article that I read, and I meant to pull it up today so that I'd have access to it and I would know like who released it and everything. But there was an article that I read last year that said that a lot of people, the suit had actually made it scarier for them because it had triggered their tryptophobia, which I don't have.
What the hell is
But
tryptophobia?
Oh God, have you not seen any of the like tryptophobia memes?
No.
Tryptophobia, it's the fear of like organically patterned holes. It's triggered by like certain, just like organic formations and things. But I guess
Weird.
the suit was like really freaking some people out. It's a surprising, like, because if you here's Kat's like don't Google this of the day.
Okay.
But if you were to Google images of it, like there are a lot of like skin conditions and stuff that get that are pretty graphic.
Yeah, I don't want to see any of that.
It's like
Maybe
I
I've got this
get
phobia.
tryptophobia. I think it's one of those things where it's like looking it up to figure out what it is the most likely cause of giving it to yourself. But I guess like just the way that the suit is patterned was like really kind of messing with some people's heads who have that. And it was a really interesting read. And I actually in the theater wondered, because I had just written an article on tryptophobia for another site that I was working for before I went in. And I was like wondering if that would be the case for some people. And I guess it was. So like the suit design, I think was really effective in being just kind of creepy on its own.
Yeah, I didn't mind that it was a suit either. Like, I would rather them do that and try and do something, more modern with the technology that we have that dominates our lives now than if I had sat down in the theater and there had been a scene of this guy in a lab mixing beakers and drinking a bubbling potion, I'd have been like, get the fuck out of here.
See, I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And you kind of just shit all over one of my points, Rob. Now, see, like this movie was super mainstream. Like it just was in so many different ways. So I get that, and I understand how the sleek, I don't even know what to fucking. It looks like an Apple store, like on serious steroids, and with his lab.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, that's cool and all. I get it. Like that's super mainstream. Like you can get people who aren't into horror movies to sit and watch it, and maybe more of like a, I don't know, like a Dark Knight kind of movie viewer would go and get into that. I would have liked to see the beakers in the lab. And I say that because, I mean, this was a movie that is based off of stuff from the 30s. And that shit they were beakers in labs, like kind of like Frankenstein and, all that. So, in all honesty, like I would have liked to see that. I did not like the sleek looking lab that he had down there. And I didn't like the suit. It felt more like a villain from a superhero movie. It felt like a Thor, not Thor, Iron Man, or like a Batman kind of thing where he's just rich as fuck and he can, spend all his time and money on this and boom, he's the Invisible Man. I don't know. I thought it was kind of a cop out.
Yeah, I mean, I think the beakers and stuff and a potion work if the movie's set in the 1930s, but
Right.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's set in modern times, and I do think that there's some comment there on the way that technology has advanced so much, and how we're all sort of, I don't want to say slaves to it. That seems like a little over dramatic, but
Right.
it's so prevalent in all of our lives. I think that going that route makes more sense to me than having somebody conjure up a potion and drink it.
For what it was, it did. That's what I mean. Like, I get it. Like, I don't think this movie would have been as mainstream as it was, and maybe even as successful as it was had they gone that route. So like, I get it, but like, seeing it, I went into this, and keep in mind too, guys, this was my first time seeing this movie. I hadn't seen it yet, so I was excited to see it, and I was like, damn, like, hell yeah, here we go. And I was expecting maybe not beakers and all that, but something along those lines. And I was like, well, damn, okay. And at first too, it had more of like a paranormal feel than anything else, really.
I think I also looked. I did a bit of research into this, and apparently, according to a few articles I came across, the technology that's used for the suit, we're not that far away from it. Like apparently the science and technology behind the idea behind that suit seems like it would it's pretty dead on accurate.
I was wondering if that was real, because it seems so like, it just seems like something that could happen.
Yeah, which I can't wait to get my invisibility suit.
Oh dear God, that's the last thing we need is you invisible. If there's a mute button on that bitch, I might be down for it. That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, I could deal with you being invisible. If you can't talk and I got to deal with you being invisible, that's not a horrible trade-off. It's not bad. But I don't know. Those were two things that bothered me for the most part about it. But, I mean, how do you guys think that they did overall for the movie? Because, like I said, it's very mainstream. But in the horror community, we look at it as, well, the Invisible Man is part of that Universal monster whole crew. Like, do you think they pulled it off? I mean, this is the most modern. They took one of the oldest movies and modernized it in the biggest way. Like, it's a crazy difference.
Yeah, I really love. I really like this movie. And watching it again, I marvel at the opening scene and how it just puts you in the middle of her escaping from her controlling boyfriend. And it really tells the whole story. And it's 8 minutes into the movie before we get any line of dialogue. And that's her talking to a dog. It's probably 10 minutes into the movie before she talks to another character. But you're learning so much in that opening scene. I think that's incredible.
It's very cinematic. It's like very effective opening. And that's something that I really appreciate too, is the psychological component to it is very effective without getting very explicit.
Mhm.
Like I really like these kind of survival stories. And one thing in horror is that they usually do get like very explicit into the abuse first. And then I'm a bad person for liking the movie. I get a lot of feedback because what was the American Mary? A lot of people got really mad at me for liking American Mary as much as I did. But like I like the survival aspect to it. And what I loved about The Invisible Man is all of that psychological stress is there. And you feel Cecilia feeling it, but they don't ever get into details about like what her relationship was really like with Adrian. Like none of that is shown on screen. You just get to see the aftermath.
Yeah, we don't see any of that. We hear her talking about it at one point.
But we still get to see her like overcome it, which I think is like very powerfully done.
And I think it was really smart that they didn't, I don't want to say waste time, but like, this is a 2-hour movie. Like, 2 hours is when you're really pushing my my limits of sitting there and watching something. So
why do you hate watching movies so much, Mikey?
I don't hate watching movies. I love.
Well, you always complain like it's too long. It's too long. Like what?
It's 2 hours. All right. Like, come on.
Start a podcast where you talk about Quibi stuff.
No, I don't need. That's what sequels are for. Like, we don't need 2 hours isn't terrible. You know, if the movie's and I'll tell you this, it was not a bad 2 hours. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm saying that's when you start pushing my limit for it. So, you know, like it was already a pretty decently long movie as it is. So you didn't have to go into all that. They did it perfect, and they got the acting, the way they got everything across, the whole 9 yards of it. You didn't need to see anything. You knew. It drew the picture perfectly in your head of what the hell was going on in seconds, or, well, maybe minutes, as opposed to, you know, you're talking like 20 minutes maybe. Like, you didn't need to spend any more than they did on that. It was perfect. I love when movies don't waste your time, is pretty much my moral of that.
And this is one we were talking about a few episodes back. I think it was for Zodiac, movies that just don't feel as long as they are.
Mm-hmm.
Because I knew it was like a 2-hour movie going in to see it in the theater, and I was shocked when it was over, because it's like, that did not feel like 2 hours.
Not at all.
Yeah, I didn't feel the runtime at all. I don't remember if I did the first time I saw it or not, though. Now that I'm thinking back to it, because I saw it in theaters too, and I can't remember if I started to get antsy in the theater or not. But I don't think so.
No, I mean, this was my first. I mean, granted, I was sitting on my couch. I know that's a big difference, but yeah, I didn't feel it at all. Yeah, it went by great for me.
Yeah,
which is rare.
And you mentioned the acting, and there's some great performances in this movie.
Phenomenal.
I mean, Elizabeth Moss, is that her name?
Elizabeth Moss, yeah.
She's does some great work in this movie. Really, you can see the inner turmoil of her character just on her face. In a lot of scenes, and like Kat said, you can feel that sort of weight that is on her without her, you know, talking about it or saying. You can just see it; it's just there.
I was a little bit worried, because this is like the first thing I had seen her star in since Handmaid's Tale, and sometimes when I know someone from a show, I have a tough time seeing them as like another character, you know, and I get distracted, and I forgot at all. Like I didn't think about it at all watching the movie. Any of the times that I have, it's like she is Cecilia, and she just amazing work from Elizabeth Moss on this.
Yeah.
Also, I can't think of oh god, what's his name? Oliver Jackson Cohen was Adrian. He's only like on screen for a few minutes, and he is so creepy, and I did not recognize him until like yesterday when I watched this.
I don't even think I know who he is.
He was like the sweet older brother in The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh. Oh, wow. Yeah, I didn't recognize him at all. But he doesn't get a whole lot of screen time in this movie. But he makes he's good. He's unsettling.
Good.
Yeah, the acting was phenomenal. It really was.
Yeah, I mean, all around I liked it. You know, the acting was great. The fight scene in the kitchen also, that was all Elizabeth Moss. There was she wasn't like acting off of anybody.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know, it was Bruce Campbell and Evil Dead 2 levels of good.
Right. Yeah, and that's hard to do.
Yeah.
You know, that really is hard to do. And, you know, and it goes to show you don't need that top tier of actors, you know, for movies. You just don't. They eat up the budget, and don't get me wrong, they're good to have. You know, they are. And there are some that really stand out, and they make movies better. Of course, that's why they get paid the way they do. But, you know, you don't need them for everything. And this didn't, I mean, they had great actors, but there weren't any like, oh my God, this person's in it. You didn't need that for this. And you know, I'm kind of surprised they didn't, because of how big of a deal this movie was. You would think they would have had, you know who Elizabeth Moss reminded me of? Jodie Foster. Like, I could have seen Jodie Foster in this movie. I'm surprised they didn't try and get her in this.
You know, I think they learned their lesson after putting Tom Cruise in The Mummy.
Just, oh God, that's fucking... That movie don't count to me either, by the way.
Yeah, I don't...
See,
I don't think Universal counts it either.
Yeah, and that's a good example, you know, like, that felt more like The Mummy Returns, like the ones before the Scorpion King and shit. Like, I don't know if it's part of that franchise or not. It probably was, but they're not like... See, I could... If you put this up against... Because that was them trying to modernize a movie. from the 30s and shit. This did a much better job. As different as it was from the original, it still did a way better job at modernizing it to a point where it's actually enjoyable and good than that bullshit did. The Mummy.
Yeah,
Way better.
no, that movie was terrible, and it killed the Dark Universe, which I'm still mad about.
Can we talk about why this movie did so well at those things and why they didn't need big budget actors?
Why?
Can I bring this up finally? I've been so excited
Go ahead.
to talk about Lee Winnell, who directed and wrote The Invisible Man and learned how to act himself in a movie if he had to, because as I'm sure you guys know, he played Adam in Saw, which he also wrote. You guys were here.
You believe this bullshit?
I don't know who Adam is, but
From Saw. We have to watch Saw again. I lied. I'm already breaking my resolution. I am going to make you watch Saw more.
I forget Adam too, but shit,
No.
I remember seeing him in it now that you brought it. I just looked up his IMDb and seen it. Oh, fuck, here it comes. I had a feeling a Saw reference was coming. All right.
Oh, I knew we were. Yeah, Lee Winnell. I knew we were going to get a Saw. They was going to steer in that direction at some point.
I forgot completely.
He is though like one of my favorite like screenplay modern like screenplay writers. And I was excited to see him work on this. I almost, because when they said that they were doing The Invisible Man, I thought back to The Mummy. I was like, I don't know if I want to see this. I might just not go to this one. And then I saw that he was working on it, and it's like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. And I was just very, very impressed with this. He's a good storyteller.
Well, you got it in there, Kat. Kat has, since you said Invisible Man, Rob, she's been itching.
Oh yeah,
Been
yeah, she
waiting.
had that locked and loaded.
She's been like Donald Trump waiting to tweet. Ready to go.
Yeah.
No, and you're right. Like, that does go to him. I mean, not all of it, obviously, but he's a big chunk of that. You were 100% right, Kat. I mean, I didn't realize that he wrote and directed this, which is crazy.
Yeah, and I do think, in all seriousness, aside from just me loving Saw, he got into the movie industry learning how to work on like a shoestring kind of budget. And now that he has the money, it's like, it's very clear that he knows where it's needed,
Right.
Like, I don't think there are many weak aspects of this movie.
Yeah.
No,
I don't
there
think there's
aren't.
much they could have done better.
No, I can't. I'm hard pressed to think of in any areas where it really fell short. The effects look great. Those are mostly practical, by the way, which I love.
It shows
Yeah,
that they were.
I did see where Lee Winnell he said that Paranormal Activity was sort of an inspiration on how to handle the effects for this movie.
It felt like a Paranormal Activity movie here and there. But Rob, did you
Yeah.
look up the budget to this?
No,
If you had a guess, what would you think the budget to this movie was?
it's Blumhouse, right?
Right.
So it's not going to be high. 8 million.
7.
Wow.
But it felt, I'm surprised it was just 7. Because it felt way higher. So, Kat, you are 100% right on that. I figured this would be minimum. I would think around 15. The lowest, like 10 to 12.
Yeah, the only reason I guessed as low as I did is because I know it's Blumhouse and they don't spend a lot of money on their movie.
Apparently, they don't have to.
No, they don't.
All right. Damn.
Yeah, I mean they're really smart about the way they make their movies.
Well, shit. And you would think like something like The Invisible Man wouldn't take all too much. But, like their sets alone, like everything looks so clean and, like it kept the theme of what they had going on and that mood so well. And on so many different levels. Even the hospital, whatever the thing she was at, like it just everything looked high grade in this movie, from apartments to that hospital. Like it just, I don't know, it just looked upscale. And that's obviously what they were going for. And even when she was staying with that guy, what was his daughter it was, or yeah,
his
daughter. Like they obviously were making it like they didn't have they weren't rich or nothing. They were living regular middle class life. But even that place looked higher end.
Well, buying a house in the Bay Area, he must have some money from somewhere.
True, but like and it's like I'm shocked that it had just a $7 million budget. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. But no, yeah, everything was really upscale. I mean, how about that house that Adrian lived in? Holy jeez.
That man. Wow.
Yeah.
My
That was
dream
a
house.
nice place.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it's the look was great. I just the effects were really fantastic. I think the story is involving, and there's some great characters in the movie too. Like you mentioned, was his name James, the guy that she was staying with?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a great character. The daughter's not in a lot of the movie, but I felt like she just felt like a real person to me. Like I knew who that character was, even though she's not on screen a ton.
You get invested like in her going to college and stuff, even though it's it's a very like subplot, but
Yeah. Although after she gets the money, she buys the dad a ladder and gets the daughter a college education. Those gifts are not equal.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, they did a phenomenal job. Kat, you're 100% right. Like, when you're not used to dealing with much, you know what you don't have to spend money on. You don't get complacent with things and lazy. And I mean, I imagine something like that could be a habit grown over time, but especially with this being his first real amount of money to actually deal with, he did a phenomenal job, man. Like I'm blown away that this was just and advertising alone, you would think
Yeah.
would have been $7 million
Yeah.
for this damn thing. Not for nothing.
because you saw these ads everywhere.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
only for like a couple weeks before release, but
But it was all over.
all over the place.
It felt like it was for months. That's how much we seen it.
Yeah.
Which I think is a Blumhouse thing too. When you think about it. I mean, obviously Halloween aside, but Rob, correct me if I'm wrong. I know you very much are into Blumhouse. I think that's really their advertising technique, which is smart. You really just see it a lot right before it comes out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that tends to happen with their movies. I don't, it's a smart strategy. I mean, you don't need to spend a lot of time advertising something. And especially if you're Blumhouse now. I mean,
Right.
they're releasing stuff about, Halloween Kills. They released a photo and look at all the news coverage it got on the, different websites and stuff. And we're talking about it. And all they had to do was release a photo.
Yeah. Unlike Old Line Cinema, who has
Right.
to fucking advertise it for 2 years before the movie comes out. But
Yeah. No, what did this movie, did it scare you at all, Mikey?
No.
No? None of the jump scares got you or anything?
I had my this movie was very tricky, and I'm glad you brought that up. I wanted to talk to you guys about it. It tricked you into really paying attention, because there were parts where people started talking low and it got a little quieter. It was a quiet movie, but it got a little quieter, and I could tell a couple spots. I'm like, all right, they're gonna try and fucking get me. And I would lower my headphone volume a little bit, and there was like, you sneaky bastards.
No, they telegraphed them.
Right. But, I wanted to bring up a specific scene. And, I'll tell you this, the jump scares weren't terrible. And I talk about jump scares a lot, and it's easy to fuck them up. They, by no means in this movie did they do that. But the attic scene that was all over the trailers and everything, where she threw the paint,
Mm-hmm.
they kind of cheated.
What
They
do
did.
you mean they cheated?
They cheated because, normally the jump scare is, whatever the hell it is that is causing the jump scare is the issue. They made all this loud fucking noise, and it sounded like two different screams going on at the same time. It was that was the scare. The jump scare of it was this, it wasn't the Invisible Man that scared you. It was all that fucking noise that got loud out of
Oh.
nowhere.
Yeah. Well, there were a lot of movies do that with jump scares,
Yeah, but that was, at least there's with it. I'll give it. I will not watch it chapter 2, but it chapter 1, the few jump scares. I could see where that clown would scare someone.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, and it's hard. You're dealing with nothing, so I give it to him still, but
Yeah.
they cheated.
Well, I think this movie, though, more than being scary, it's just creepy, right? I mean, there's a lot of great shots in this movie where there's sort of wide shots or long shots where you're looking at the people from the perspective of the Invisible Man. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But you don't know for certain whether he's there or not. So like there's a shot of them at one point in the house, Cece and James and the daughter are celebrating
Right.
in the living room, and there's a shot where the camera's just sort of down the hall, and you're watching them from afar.
Yeah.
And so it sort of gives you that perspective. And there's a lot of that sort of stuff. There's a number of shots where they linger a little too long on like an empty chair or something, or not too long, but longer than they normally would.
Right. Make you think.
Yeah, or there are a few. I said all the effects were practical. There are a few CGI effects, and one of the best ones is when she goes outside and you can see her breath,
Mhm.
and then you just see his breath behind her.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot of really creepy moments in this movie.
Kat, did this thing scare you?
It unsettled me.
Okay.
I don't know. It takes a lot for a movie to scare me.
Right.
Like, but this one was like, it was very tense. It's a very tense viewing experience.
Mhm.
Like while I'm watching it, I get very invested. I'm like a little bit on edge. I don't think it, but like none of the jump scares got me. It was good though. Like, and it's something that, I spend a lot of time thinking back to it, even before the rewatch, because it's good,
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you, one of the jump scares got me. And I'll give you the Rob, it is definitely a creepy movie. Like there were some moments, and one of the ones that got me the best was when her and Cece were sleeping in the bed and the sheets come off, the blankets come off of them, and she's trying to pull the blanket and he's standing on it.
Mhm.
And it's that moment of like, I kind of put myself, but Elizabeth Moss position with that. Cause like, could you imagine just trying to, something as simple as pulling a blanket and it won't move?
Right.
And it's like, it's not like it's stuck on there or anything. It's sitting in the middle of the fucking room. So, like I had that moment where it's like, oh shit, imagine, that happened. Then you see, like
The
you're,
footsteps.
yeah, like, and even
Mhm.
before that, you're looking at it and you're like, are those, like, you can even see they had such great attention to detail in these moments with it too. You could see that crease between the feet where like the sheet bubbles up a little. You're like,
Yeah.
are those feet? Oh yeah, those feet. And then they start stepping. It's like, oh shit, it got me, like that moment got me. And I'll admit that jump scare got me a little bit when she flew back into the wall and all that. It got me.
Yeah.
Some bitches got me.
Yeah, I like the scene too where she's trying to walk to the mailbox and the jogger comes running
Yes.
down the sidewalk and freaks her out.
Mhm.
I think that one, it didn't scare me or anything, but I think it's extremely effective because you can feel, that sense of fear that she has to just go out of the house.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden this person comes out of nowhere and, and there's been some debate online as to whether or not that was Adrian,
Right.
but I don't think it was. I don't think it was supposed to be.
And
I don't think so. I think it's just, her already being nervous.
Yeah.
And then the fact that it doesn't take a lot to kind of reactivate all of that anxiety in her, and then it's a good build up to how even the small things like really are more than enough to set off those alarm bells.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although I did find it funny that she had trouble going to the mailbox, but as soon as she found out she might get some money, she had no trouble getting in a car, driving across the Golden Gate Bridge and going into San Francisco to collect it.
Well, I mean, hey, I wouldn't have a problem doing that either. But no, and that goes to what we were talking about earlier, where like instead of spending 20 minutes on backstory that you don't really fucking need, you get a few moments like that. Like that scene took what, maybe 15 seconds? I mean, maybe a little more after she went in and, all that. But, we're talking a minute, maybe two max. So, I mean, instead of spending all that time, you drop little moments in like that where it just kind of, it builds in you. Because you already seen everything in the beginning and you were like, oh, wow, this is fucked up. But then you seen that and you're like, damn, like this is affecting her to this degree.
Yeah,
so.
I think it's a really great illustration of sort of her mental state at the time.
Right.
And it's extremely effective.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. They did little things right in this. And, we got to remember, too, you're dealing with essentially nothing.
Mhm.
and you get a little more at the end when that suit starts glitching or whatever. Which I don't know, man. It goes back to that for me. Like, how's it gonna be a suit? Like, I
What do you
mean,
mean?
like how the hell? How's it gonna be a suit?
Why don't you just suspend disbelief and get over the suit, Mikey?
Because that's not the Invisible Man. That's the pissed off rich asshole that bought himself a fucking invisible suit or made or whatever the hell he did.
Yeah, he's one of the world's leading optics experts.
Well,
Well, yeah, I think that it's essentially the same thing, like tinkering around with chemicals or with optic technology,
I guess. But I mean, I don't know. Nobody listening quote me. I mean, it sounds like the original Invisible Man was an accident. I would think, or at least that's the illusion you get. And either way, I don't know. It was just it threw it off for me.
This might not be right. Again, it's been a really long time. I think he was trying to make a serum that could make people invisible, and then he accidentally makes himself get stuck as an invisible person. Right?
Yeah, and then he kind of goes crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I don't know. It just
Starts calling himself like the stranger and
Mhm.
moves into a small town.
another thing about this movie that kind of threw me off a little bit was it felt like a paranormal movie at first. And I think that was the thing too. Like, you got to shift gears with it. And, I don't always like that. So I went into it. Obviously, it's not paranormal, but it makes you think, like, because obviously they're reinventing it. No question.
But it is also, there is sort of that paranormal feel because an invisible man is very much like a ghost, right?
But he's not.
Right, but he's like that. Like,
Yeah.
you can't see a ghost, and it's so there is that feel to it. I think because of the nature of the character.
Yeah, and I understand that. But I see, my thing was, like, I didn't know how they were going to reinvent it. And it was like, for a minute there, I was like, did they just make someone dead? And because you could definitely feel the paranormal activity. Shout out to Katie Featherston. You could definitely feel the paranormal.
Don't you start.
I didn't say a word. The paranormal activity ties to that. You could definitely see it. Like, it's very strong with a couple of things they did. Even just like the things where, like Rob said, when you sit at a chair for too long, that was like the hide and go seek of fucking horror movies, paranormal activity, in a good way. Because they could just show a door in the dark and nothing happened. But it's a tense moment, so they utilized that really well. But I guess I was, it had that paranormal feel and it felt like paranormal activity. And I'm like, all right, what the hell are they doing here? And then you find out it's a suit. And a cheap one at that, because the thing kept breaking in the end.
It didn't break in the end. She stabbed it with that pin.
Yeah.
And that caused the technology to glitch out.
Yeah, and I know, but I'm just saying.
I think that's the part that makes it the most believable. Because if you stab
True.
technology with a pen, it's gonna glitch out.
But shouldn't it not
That's
get
true.
wet either?
Well, I could take my iPhone out in the rain. It doesn't fuck up.
Go stand with your iPhone out in the rain for as long as that scene was where they were out in the rain. It's not gonna work.
You know how
right.
much this phone cost me? You do that. I don't do it on my phone.
I'm just saying, it's not gonna work right. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't have an issue thinking of it as a paranormal movie, but that's because that opening scene for me, it got me very much in the psychological horror mindset, which obviously, you go in knowing that it's going to be like a universal monster movie interpretation.
Right.
But like I immediately went to psychological horror watching the opening sequence, and then from there, by the time it got back around to you actually seeing the suit glitch out, it's just, it was like a nice vindication moment for me. Like, it was so satisfying to actually to see the guards in the hospital, like, actually seeing the suit glitch out and realize, she's not the one doing this. She's not going crazy. It was just, there was so much satisfaction in it that I, at that point, didn't even really care that it was a suit.
Yeah, I guess the suit, to me, it really doesn't bother me. I feel like the suit's just a way to ground it in our reality, much more than a guy drinking a potion and becoming invisible.
I don't know.
I feel like you're way hung up on this suit, man.
Maybe I am. Maybe I am. Like, when that thing started appearing, I was like, what? At least I'll give this. At least it gave an answer to why all the paint blotches and everything looked the way it looked in that attic scene. Because even in the trailer, I was like, what the hell? What is it? Because it had all the, you could see the little circles and everything everywhere. I'm like, what the hell is it? And so it gave an answer to that at least. But I don't know, man. Like, it was just so bizarre. Another thing I want to talk about, I think, is also another reason this movie had as easy of a runtime as it had. How do you guys feel? I shouldn't even have to ask, because they did a phenomenal job of how the Invisible Man just demolished this poor girl's life.
I mean, it was really, really effective.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it was, for, everything. I mean, she was, and it's so cruel because she's starting to, she thinks he's dead, and she's starting to sort of turn things around. Things are looking up, and then he just takes everything from her. But she says that at one point in the movie, she says, this is what he does. He isolates me.
Right.
And that's what he did. And, by killing her sister and, literally just smacking that little kid across the face. Or I guess she's not a little kid, but smacking the kid across the face and driving her out of the house, it was extremely effective to a point to where she's locked up.
It's crazy how she knew it was him before she knew it was him. You know what I mean? And it goes to what you just said, where it's like, oh yeah, it's like she had that feeling of what it felt like being with him. It was all coming back, and it's like it is crazy because I mean, dude, imagine that kind of shit happening to you. Like, you're going to think it's demonic, something paranormal from her point of view. What the who the hell's going to think there's an invisible suit running around?
Right.
It's completely out of fucking the realm of any type of possibility. It goes to show you that she kind of was thinking it was him. He had something to do with it, because it's like, damn, man, this is what he was doing to me before, just a little bit lesser of an extent. I think they did an amazing job with that. They really, and God, why do I keep forgetting her name? Elizabeth Moss did I can't even put words to how well she portrayed that. Even when she was supposed to show, in that briefcase, she was going to pull out all her work and everything, and it was like nothing.
Yeah.
It started as simple as even the eggs, cooking breakfast. It started as simple as that. And it's like worse.
She went for water with a grease fire. Don't do that.
Yeah, bad idea.
That's a fire.
Bad idea.
It's a good scene though, because you can see the interviewer is getting past it, he doesn't even mind, and you can see how much it trips her up, and you can see that she's putting the pieces together there without her having to say anything,
right.
Yeah. And then she passed out.
Yeah.
And so the question is, do you guys think she got that job?
Probably not.
Did she get at least a second interview?
She might have got that.
That didn't seem to be into her.
I think after she's in the papers for this, and it's woman is no longer considered crazy for invisible suit theory. I hope she had her choice of jobs. Everyone's like,
yeah.
I don't know if you hire that person or you stay clear of them.
Yeah,
because maybe you hire them just because of how entertaining it would be.
You keep them around for a month to hear the stories and then let them go.
Yeah, that'd be. You can go into their office, move stuff around, mess with them a little bit.
Yeah. Her, like Kat said, her whole world crashed down at that moment. Because it's like those little things were going wrong. But then she was like, okay, something is fucking with me.
Yeah.
And I think they did an excellent job too, because I went into this expecting, they really played up the psychological aspect. And I went in completely expecting this to be one of those remakes where you don't really know if the Invisible Man exists or not until the big reveal, or
right.
I fully expected there to be that to be a big portion of the movie up until that final scene, and they did a really good job. They left you just enough that you never think that she's crazy, you, the audience, have as much of an idea of what's going on as she does. And I really appreciate that they found that line and walked it so well, you know.
Yeah, it feels to me it's very much like a Hitchcock story. Or at least it has a lot of the same sort of themes. One of his big fears was mistaken identity.
Yeah.
And it plays heavily on that. And I that's one of the things he would do that in his movies too. You wouldn't know, but the characters in the film wouldn't know.
Right.
Which it's very effective.
Yeah. Yeah. And
what did you guys think of the character of the brother?
I actually really like that because he's a little bit open to he's not open to a lot of interpretation. Like, that he's a bad guy one way or the other when it all is said and done. But I like that there's that aspect where even for a little while she thinks that maybe he's been subjected to like these same kind of controlling techniques that she's been through in a different context. But like, and then it seems really more at different points like he's more actively involved, than you. I like that you don't really know quite how coerced he is.
I kind of, my impression of him was that he had been manipulated by Adrian all his life, much the same way, like you said, she was, but in a different context. And that's why he was doing all these things. He was being, once again, manipulated by his brother, who's done it to him his whole life.
But then, like, you also see there's that moment, too, where he kind of enjoys that. And maybe it's just because he's the one that's in a position of power. But, like, when he meets her at the hospital, there's, like, you can see that he no longer comes across in any fashion as, like, a sympathetic person in that scene. Because you can tell that he's enjoying the control that he has over Cecilia in that situation. And it's just, like, it's unexpectedly creepy in that scene.
Yeah, well, I think you're talking about a guy who's probably never really been in control of a situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of the things that fascinates, I found him to be a really interesting character. And one of the things that I learned about that was Leigh Whannell wanted him to be, he wanted the audience to feel like there was something off about the character from the beginning. So in Wardrobe, they put him in clothes that were, I don't remember if it was one size or two sizes too small. So that his posture was sort of awkward. And when he walks, you can see it's kind of awkward because the clothes are too tight.
Huh.
But I found that an interesting tidbit. But I thought he was a really interesting character. I almost wish we had gotten a little more of him, but then maybe he wouldn't be as interesting.
True.
I think that's the downfall of characters like that, is that you want to see more of them, but then the second you do, they
because it's like
enigmatic.
Yeah, from the time that we get with him, I'm like, what is going on in that guy's head? What makes him tick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he seems off the first time you see him. And then, the next time you see him, you're like, oh, well, he's probably been putting up with this shit all his life. And he does seem in the middle a little bit more sympathetic. And then the last time you see him, he's just like fully gone.
Right. He's completely
crazy.
dropped any of that facade. Yeah.
I would love to see some of the progression there. Yeah. But again, if we had,
then it probably would have been he probably wouldn't be as interesting.
The last thing I want to get you guys that I had to ask you guys about, man, that throat cutting scene in that restaurant, that was a heavy one. It came from out of nowhere. It was deep, it had a ton of meaning to it. I want to know in 2020 where the only restaurant without cameras is.
Yeah, there's a bit of that in this movie. Yeah, there's no cameras in the restaurant, but again, I just look past that because the scene is so effective.
Yeah.
It really was. And I think something that was really effective about this too, and I mentioned this like when we first started talking about the movie, I really like that it's a survival story. We get to see a lot of Cecilia dealing with things that she's, that she shouldn't have to be dealing with, and just like overcoming them and surviving and trusting herself, and it's very effective. And one thing that I think was really, really well done is in that scene, because Cecilia knows, that anyone that she talks to at this point, that she's going to try to be driven away. She knows anyone that she talks to is going to be in danger, and she makes all the same calls that any sensible person would make. She has the meeting in public, she like does a very, very good job like prefacing what she's about to say. She's done like her best to get proof before she does this, and it's just such a logical setup that they have for the scene, and then to see it come crashing down on her anyway. I think that's one of the reasons why the scene was so powerful, because it's like, I think that exactly is what I probably would have done if I were trying to explain that situation, and it wouldn't have helped. She makes smart decisions that are, that Adrian is still able to turn around on her, which it just makes it feel like a much more intelligent movie, I feel like.
Yeah, and it really ups the stakes too, because I mean, obviously we know he's controlling and manipulative and everything, but now we've seen him murder her sister.
Right.
So he's also just flat out evil.
Yeah.
Because there are people that you meet in life that are, manipulative and controlling, but how far will they go? You never really know.
Right.
That was, you mentioned the camera thing, but that was like a very high risk move. Like, they talk a lot about how calculating Adrian is and how in control of everything he is. But that is such like because if you fail something like that, if there had been anyone filming anything, if there had been, a camera in the wrong place, if the waiter had been, had gotten away before he could also be killed, like, there would have been so many witnesses. And the fact that he was willing to put the entire plan on the line as a power move is just like, it's a little bit terrifying.
Oh yeah, he had balls. I'll give him that. He had balls doing that. But I don't want to get hung up on those. I mostly brought up that scene because it was so good. But it's like, I love when stuff like, you have so much into it, and it, like we said, is deep. There was a ton of meaning there. It's her sister. I mean, that alone is a big deal. She's having that moment of finally being able to get it all off her chest, and it's like, damn, man, pretty much the only person she told just got done like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. But I was not disappointed overall because the movie was so good. Was I a little disappointed with the Invisible Man himself? Yeah. But the movie, no, it was a great movie.
Yeah, well, get over the suit, Mikey.
I can't, man. I can't. I'm going to get that suit and I'm going to sit on your sink while you're taking a shit, Rob.
Come on.
You're sitting there thinking nothing's wrong, and you're just going to hear out of nowhere, hey, how you doing? Could you imagine?
Surprise.
Good thing you're on the toilet. But I mean, the suit is the damn suit. Did you guys have anything else you wanted to bring up on this?
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Pat, any other Saw references you want to get in? Nothing?
Well, since you said it.
All right, man. I mean, I think that's it. Do you guys have a Portnoy for this one?
7.2.
Okay.
I'd give it at least an 8.
Ooh, all right. I'm in the same neighborhood.
Like, I really liked this one. I've seen it a few times now. It's held up. I'm at least an 8.
I can see that. I can see it. Invisible Man 2020, suit and all. I'm gonna give it a 7.4.
Wow. So I'm the low man?
Yeah, shocking.
Wow. And I like this movie.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised, but you were lower than I thought you'd be. I would give it high. You know what? What was yours, Rob?
7.2.
Ah, shit. I won't. All right. I'm gonna stick with a 7.4, and I would happily give it higher if it wasn't a suit. That's at least 3/4 of a point for me.
Come on.
That's not bad. I could have docked it even more for that. I'm being nice because it was a really good movie. So I'm being nice.
It was a really good suit.
Yeah, it was a cool looking suit. Yeah, I mean, if Iron Man lost his, he could use that one.
Yeah.
Cool looking suit.
No, yeah, it's a really good movie. As a matter of fact, I had it as my second best movie of the year, which I didn't see a lot of 2020 movies, but
What movie came out in 2020 that was better than The Invisible Man, though? Am I
will
going to
tell
get
you.
mad?
No, I will tell you if you want to
Okay.
know.
I do.
It is.
Let's go in the letterbox. Hang on, guys.
Yeah, hold on.
Yep, there it goes.
Yeah,
There you
hold
go.
on.
If he
I
says
have
Santa
to look-
If
Jaws,
it's The Hunt, this is going to be the episode that gets us kicked
No,
off
the-
of Fansided.
no,
The
it's
Hunt
not
was
The
his
Hunt.
10th. That was his 10th. It was on his top 10 though, Cat. Believe it or not.
Oh,
God,
That was. I think that list was just horror. Was that just horror movies?
I think so.
Yeah. Because overall, as a whole, The Hunt was 14th. My best movie of the year for 2020 is a Japanese film called Woman of the Photograph.
Oh yeah.
oh, really? Better than Invisible Man?
It's amazing.
I'd have to watch it again. It was good. It was really good. I'm not going to say anything bad about it, but I don't know if I liked it more than The Invisible Man.
You didn't like Woman of the Photographs?
I didn't see it.
So good.
But I mean, I don't know. I doubt a Japanese movie is going to be put above this though.
Oh,
Oh,
so now we learn that Mike.
okay. Oh wow. Well, there's the first bleep of 2021. There it is. There it
0
is.
to 100 real fast.
Wait, you almost got us kicked off fan side before we even got on the fucking thing. What are you doing? Jesus Christ, that's not true. Well, no one's gonna hear it, so it doesn't even matter. Jesus. Ah, damn.
Unbelievable. Being censored on this show.
How'd you get bleeped before me?
I
This
don't
year.
know.
What the hell?
I don't know.
Like the new Bobby Spitzer. Well, I don't know. I actually no. I think on my cursing rant, I said at least one or two of them that's got. Ah, shit.
Oh yeah, maybe.
All right. Well, this is just a bleep. Kat, do you want to say anything that's gonna get bleeped?
Well, I mean, if you're offering.
Oh man. All right. So, Kat, you didn't have anything else. Oh no, you said no. All right. So
No.
that's. I think we were fair. Portnoy's were right on point with this one.
All right. And next week we'll talk about The Hunt.
Oh, no.
Kat's gonna get bleeped.
You guys are so wrong about that
That'll be
movie. It's good.
So that is the one last thing that I'll say. I have a work anecdote, not to call out any other horror sites or stir things up, but I was working for a horror blog
Okay.
at the beginning of 2020, and they sent me, and it was. It was like a volunteer thing. Like they couldn't send me on assignment if I was unwilling to go. But it was one of those things. I was getting reimbursed for movie tickets, and I'd write things up, and they were asking for. The Invisible Man was almost the last movie that I saw in theaters, and I was so happy with it. I was just like so thrilled. And they sent things out, and they were like, "Will anybody go watch The Hunt?" And I was like. No thanks. I'll pass. And
Damn.
then like a week passed and no one had gone to no one had claimed it. And they're like, will somebody please we'll pay for a movie and popcorn if someone wants to go watch The Hunt.
Damn.
And I was like, I'll do it. So I went, and that was the last movie that I saw in theaters before lockdown was The fucking Hunt. And then the site went on hiatus the day before my review was posted. And I was like, you absolute goddamn fools. You ruined my 2020 movie track record with The Hunt.
She said the fucking Hunt, not even the fucking Hunt.
The
Wow.
last movie I saw before lockdown could have been this wonderful cinematic experience, and it was The Hunt.
It
And
might
But you got to see The Hunt.
I did get popcorn. I will say, that was the one upside is I got reimbursed for popcorn.
I was gonna say, Kat, you're a cheap date. All it took to get you to go was the popcorn. Like you
I
said,
know.
fuck this whole movie. You're like, oh, popcorn. All right, I'll go. Damn.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm easily bribed with theater snacks.
Rob, how do you feel? They couldn't give this thing away. They had to throw
They
popcorn in.
It's because everybody sleeps on that movie, man. That movie is good. It's not
It wasn't.
great. It's not like it's the best movie of the year. I told you it's number 14 on a year where I didn't see that many movies. But it's still it's a fun film. It's dumb fun.
No, the first part was right.
I like dumb fun.
You sure you like Santa Jaws and rubber? I mean, you are right. You do like dumb. Fun is an optional word.
Santa
Here.
Jaws was way better than The Hunt, though.
God, I feel like Kat's gonna drop another F-bomb.
Ugh.
Thank Thanks, Fansided, for.
Yeah, right? Jesus Christ, right? I can't believe you said that. Anyway.
What was I wasn't the one throwing out.
You can check us out at slasherradio.com. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at slasherradio. Go to our website. You can check out all our interviews, articles, and all of our episodes, the entire catalog. You can also leave us a voicemail if you want to get your voicemail heard on the show. You can call us at 917-397-KILL, 917-397-5455. I'm at Mikey's Dead on Twitter. You give me a follow. Rob, where are they finding you, Mr. Bleeps?
I'm on Twitter at RadioRob123. And you can also listen to my other show, This Horror Life, and you can follow that show on Twitter at This Horror Life, and you can listen to it wherever you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Oh, damn. Cat, where you at?
At Twitter, at cat_velour, VOLEUR.
There you go. There you go. All right, guys. You might be able to catch us next week. I'm not sure. We might be taking off everything by then. But if we're back, we'll see you next week. Good night from Slasher Radio.
All the best of Slasher Radio podcast.
Rob! What the fuck's the matter with you? But if we're back, we'll see you next week. Good night from Slasher Radio. Rob! What the fuck's the matter with you? Jesus. We're just getting into this fan side thing. And you gotta just come right out and say, what the hell's wrong with you?
You're the one who said
That is not what I said. I said I didn't think a Japanese movie could be the best movie of the year. That's all.
I heard what I heard.
You said what you said. My God almighty. Oh. Wow. I don't think, well, I don't know. Bobby's probably said worse than that, but not by much. That was bald. Good God.
Oh.
Wow. Came right out and said it. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Good thing we're not live.
Yeah. No, if we were live,
Oh,
this
God.
would be a problem.
I got cat dropping F-bombs. Like, what the hell's going on this episode?
Yeah. Cat slander in the good name of the hunt.
Well, I don't know about
Man,
that.
I was so mad.
Do you guys want to know the shit fest me and Bobby got ourselves into? Well, not a shit fest, but he talked me into playing Dead by Daylight. I forget which day, last week sometime. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll play. So me, him, and a couple of friends of his, we played. And we had to turn on cross-platform because Bobby was on the Switch. So we turned that on, and it's a Leatherface. I'm like, fuck. So Leatherface has an ability where, you know, Rob, when you get hit in that game, you're limping and bleeding and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get hit again, you're down. No. Leatherface has the ability with that chainsaw, one hit down.
That's because Leatherface is a badass.
No, Leatherface is a cocksucker in this game. And so he downs Bobby. I'm like, damn. And Leatherfaces are known for camping. Like, right? Because they'll one hit down you when you go for them. So that's what they do. Dude, this guy fucking one hit down Bobby. I go over. I'm like, all right, I'm going to try and help him. Boom, right down. I'm like, shit. So someone else comes try and help. Boom, down. And then he didn't even try and hook. He hooked Bobby. He didn't even try and hook us. He didn't attempt it, think about it, come near us, nothing. Then he went to the last person, downed him. The game was, like, he just left us there. Bobby died on the hook and he just left us there to bleed out. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So we load out of the game, and he was on PC, and you can have like really strange, like it runs through Steam, so you know you could have any gamer tag you want practically. And his was TTV, whatever his fuckboy shit is. So I'm like, oh, that's a stream. So I go to the stream, dude. There's this fucking fat guy with the most long, nastiest, nappiest beard I've ever seen. And this long fucking, he looked like a real life troll. Like literally looked like a troll. Long fucking hair. And just the nastiest hoarder looking room I've ever laid eyes on a stream.
Yeah.
And he literally, he dedicates it. Like it was called Face Camping Tuesdays.
Oh.
He literally goes on that game and face camps all night long.
Yeah.
Like, can you believe that? I'm looking at and he had people watching it.
I was just gonna ask, how many viewers did
he had? Like 20 something people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, who sits? First of all, looks at him. Like, dude, you can't clean out a corner of your fucking whatever you have. You can't clean out a corner of it. Dude, people are looking at this. Clean out a corner. Aim the thing. Dude, he was literally sitting in his bed. Sitting on his bed with a fucking grandma blanket on him and a keyboard on his lap. And wherever the camera was that was on him was far as hell away, and it had like little fucking like dolls and stuff in front of it. It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen in my life. And there's people not only watching him, who wasn't funny, entertaining, or nothing, but then they're watching him just fucking down people and stand there. What do people do with their time?
Everybody's got way too much time now.
Dude, I could think of a million things off the top of my head better than that.
Yeah, there have got to be better options.
I'd rather watch a 12-year-old play Fortnite. Because, I mean, at least they'll, get loud or excited about something, I would imagine, like at least it's more entertaining than that. Like, this is a big dude. Bobby went in his chat, he said, flash us your tits. In the chat. It was funny as hell. But dude, and he had an army of fucking trolls, and like those 20 people were going ham for him.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Like, how did people defend this stuff? And I said to them too, I'm like, like this guy's a fucking loser, but you guys are way bigger losers than him. At least he's playing the game. You guys are watching him fucking down people in face camp. Like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's I don't know, man. I watch some of those streams sometimes, and I will see the most boring dudes who just like some dudes that won't even talk or anything. They're just sitting there playing the game,
right?
And they'll have like 100 people watching them. I'm like, what?
It's amazing, man. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I was like, what the fuck? I told him to invite me to his Discord call. Because I wanted to fucking curse. Oh, I wanted to give it to him, man. Because, like, I was pissed off as it was. I lost my rank. It's annoying in general. And I get in there, and I'm like, from him? This is the guy? Like, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it, man. I could not believe it. I sent my friend a picture of him. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I still have it.
Right? Gonna regret seeing this if you find it.
He's a weird. You will regret it. It'll make you never want to do anything even remotely romantic again, Kat. I can promise you that. Like this guy. Oh, here it is. Hold on, I got it. Look at this. Look at this.
Scared.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, dude.
Wasn't he on Lost?
I don't know. Look at that. Dude, you're on stream. You are willingly plugging in a fucking camera and turning it on.
My God.
You can't throw those boxes out. Like make your bed. Sit on the chair that's right there. You gotta sit on your bed.
So, as someone that used to live with a streamer, they cannot make their bed. They can't throw boxes away.
Really? God, but did they have it like that?
They are big
on the cam?
man children.
But they had it like that on cam, Kat?
Yes, 100%. Yes.
God. See, I'll stream once in a blue. I'm pretty sure, by the way, my Twitch account is gone. I don't know. Like I said right off the bat, I'm kamikazing this account to curse this motherfucker out in his chat. I'll check and see if I still have it. I might need to make a whole new Twitch account. But I mean, I don't get into the whole camera setup. Like, I'm not doing all that. That's too much work. But dude, the people that I have seen on camera on a Twitch, the very few times that I watch, they either have the invisible backer. Dude, you could spend fucking $40 on a green screen on Amazon, and they'll see none of that except your big ass sitting on that fucking thing. So he didn't even do that. Like, you would think they'd at least have something. You know, oh yeah, this is bad news. Hold on. Let's see. I don't think I have it anymore. Oh boy. I couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. It was an hour and a half long argument too, I'll have you know. So,
Oh God.
yeah.
You're always stirring up trouble, man.
Dude,
Can't even play a game without getting into some
I
kind
know,
of
it's
fight.
always something.
because it's so. And then not only that, when I go in there, he's bitching. He is literally sitting there complaining that hooks don't respawn after someone dies on Dead by Daylight. Now I have to let him bleed out. I'm not going to. He's literally saying that killers don't have enough help on that game, which is like insanity to me. It's complete fucking insanity. Like, dude, and he's sitting there saying, like, he's admitting he's not good at the game. He's admitting it.
Yeah.
But he's also bragging about winning, which the two don't go well together. But it's like, dude, how much, like, you just easily took out a whole squad. 3 of them that at least that know what they're doing. Very much so on that game. Like, dude, and you still won so easily with a landslide. How much more help do you fucking need?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't know, man. I don't know what people do with their time.
And they're they're watching him. Rob, could you sit and watch that?
No.
I mean, what the hell?
No, but I can't watch people play that game. I can't watch people play like the games I mostly watch people play are like these like sim games. I like watching those a lot.
Oh, we were just talking about The Sims, me and Kat, before you got on.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, my friend discovered it, so
Oh.
yeah.
Lost forever now.
That's what she said.
And you'll never see that friend
That's
again.
exactly, yeah.
I remember when I first found that game. Oh.
I was thinking about getting The Sims, but I found out it's not online, so they're saying the next Sims game should have an online thing, so I might get that.
Yeah. It's a fun game, but look out. You will lose yourself.
Maybe.
When you'll find you have no life while you're creating a fictional life for fictional people.
Yeah, I'll start looking like this asshole in the orange shirt.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. My God. Anyway, I still have my Twitch account, by the way.
Well, thank God for that.
Yeah, I just thought everyone should know. I still have my Twitch. I don't know how I cursed this guy the fuck out. How I have this account is mind blowing to me.
I don't know how you have an account anywhere.
Technically, I'm not supposed to be on Twitter.
No, really?
I had a Twitter account that was called the Anal Bead.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
I shit you not. And that's before I ever gave a shit about Twitter. And me and Bobby used it when we were younger to try and get, I don't know, like Tosh.0 had like this thing where it's like the tweet of the week for a while.
Yeah.
And we were trying to get that. And then we were submitting videos of Stevie, like us breaking in on him taking the shit. And we were trying to get that on Tosh.0. And then it just never happened and we gave up on it. And that was it. And the Anal Bead lay dormant forever. And I seen something made me I wanted to troll something on Twitter. And I don't remember what it was. I was like, oh wait, I have an account. It's called the Anal Bead. That's perfect. So I went on and recovered the password for the Anal Bead, and I got into a Twitter war with somebody, and I give a shit less about Twitter, so I was like, saying all this dumb shit. And they removed my Twitter account, and I was pissed off. Because I'm like, damn, I just lost the Anal Bead.
Yeah.
Like, that's not good, and metaphorically as well. So I was sent a support ticket, and this guy was going off on me and instigating the whole thing. So I replied, and I'm like, why am I the one? Like, it's probably like you got to pick on the Anal Bead. So they wouldn't reverse it or anything. So I actually sent them a message saying, okay, you know what? I'm going to make a new account, and I'm going to do the same shit, and blah, 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 blah. Like, my balls are big. And I did. I made an account. I think it was just, it was the anal bead, THA anal bead, which is way cooler, way less cooler than the anal bead. But yeah, so I did that and I went ham again on the same person and they suspended that account. And I could not, anytime I made a Twitter account and logged into it, it was automatically suspended. So I was like, wow. And normally I could find ways around it. You know, like you change certain things. And I even called my fucking internet provider and had my IP changed. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I tried making one at work. Nothing. I'm like, what the fuck are they tracking? So, yeah, I was off Twitter for a while. I don't know what changed, but I was afraid to log into the Slasher Radio Twitter for a while when we first made it. Because I'm like, dude, I can't do anything for it. It'll get suspended. I can't do it. And one day I was going on my phone when I made my own under incognito mode with the Wi-Fi off. And that was the only way I was able to get on Twitter for months. And then finally I just said, fuck it, I'm going to try it. And it worked. So here I am. Yeah.
You and President Trump.
Yeah, right? We're going to see him as the anal bead too soon on Twitter. Talking shit about Biden out of nowhere.
That motherfucker got kicked off Twitter.
Oh, dude, he's got to be losing his natural fucking mind.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Twitter is his life.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
We're gonna
Can
see
you
him on
imagine?
Twitch soon.
Oh, God. No, Twitter is bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, dude, he's just going to start his own account on Parler or whatever the fuck that is, where they go.
Did you see MySpace was trending earlier because of that?
No.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
it had him sitting in the Oval Office on the phone saying, thank you for calling MySpace customer service. Please hold.
It's funny. The FBI was asking for help identifying people who were involved in instigating the violence at the Capitol, and people just kept replying with pictures of Donald Trump.
Dude,
you might want to start here.
Right? Like the dude with millions upon one of the most followed people in the fucking world, maybe, you know? That's hilarious.
As long as they don't own the intellectual property of all of my amazing hot takes, I'll be fine.
Oh, God. What would you do without those?
Yeah, who would want that is my question. Who wants to, like, lose... Because, you know, if we're going percentage games, who wants to lose, like, millions of followers over my hatred of Hereditary?
Right? Like, all right, guys.
Whoa, what?
Uh-oh. Here we go.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're
I
wrong.
I'm not, though.
Oh, you were so wrong.
The first hour and a half of Hereditary is like a perfect slow burn horror movie. And then there's still like, what, an hour of it? An hour and 10 minutes? And the last 15 in particular is like half exposition dump, half comedy. It's bad. It's really, really bad.
No, you are so wrong.
That's what when I was running my own horror blog, I lost like I lost like 700 plus followers over my Hereditary opinions, and it's like, you know what?
Get out
Fine.
of here. Really?
I don't care. And then I doubled it down because I also didn't like the It movie. And I was like, you know what? All the rest of you fucks can just leave too, because
Let's figure out how to get the rest of you fuckers out of here.
I'm not gonna back down on either of these.
Well, sure, I'm glad you're on the show.
Yeah.
Did the image I sent to the chat go through?
Let me see.
You have to download it.
Oh, really?
I'm not allowed, apparently.
Okay, hold on. I found a movie we got to do.
Carl.
It's not out yet. It comes out like next month, I think.
Great.
It's loading.
Here, I can just send it
Am
in
I going to
Twitter.
regret this? Okay.
I can send it in Twitter if that's easier.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah. I don't. Oh, yeah. I see a little chat thing.
There we go.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh my god.
The sea is for fish. The sky is for sharks. That's the best tagline I think I've ever seen for a movie.
You know, my favorite tagline of all time is Wolf Cop. The tagline for Wolf Cop.
What was the
is-
tagline for Wolf Cop?
It was one of them anyway. Was it half man, half wolf, all cop?
Oh my god.
So great. That's a good movie. Have you seen Wolf Cop, Mikey?
Hell no.
Oh, dude, that's a good one. We got to do that one sometime too.
Oh my god. What is this turning into? God damn it. I mean, yeah, occasionally Bobby would say, hey, you know, let's do Jason Goes to Hell or something like that. I'm like, all right, now I got fucking Wolf Cop and Sky Sharks. What the hell is this?
Wolf Cop's a good movie, man.
Dear Lord.
Oh, I haven't seen it, but Sky Sharks has to be quality, right? Look at that.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah,
I mean, they, you know,
clearly.
somebody spent hours on Photoshop putting together that poster.
He said hours. You know, it pisses me off at movies like this because they'll have a really outlandish poster like this, and then the movie is absolutely nothing
Yeah.
like the poster.
The one that really disappointed me, there was Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark. And it
Mhm.
was just like, they're just arguing in a control room for like an hour. It was like, wait a minute, hold on. I want to see these two sharks fight.
Right?
What if that's what Kong versus Godzilla is, or whatever that movie's called?
I want to see that.
I do too, but they're not going to be fighting. It's just going to be people arguing about it.
I don't know how they're going to do that movie. Like, it's going to piss me off. Like, King Kong is nowhere near the size of that giant. Like, they overdid Godzilla.
No. Have you seen the new? Did you see Skull Island?
Yeah.
Look at that. Kong and Skull Island was like the size of a skyscraper, man. He was huge.
Yeah, but Godzilla towers a skyscraper.
Yeah,
By a
yeah,
lot.
I guess Godzilla is pretty big though too.
They
I
made him
don't know.
too
We'll
big.
see. We'll see.
I'm on
I
King
just
Kong's
look-
side.
If you got giant monkey fighting giant lizard, I'm there.
Of course you
You
are.
know?
I mean, hey, you
I
guys
don't-
like Midnight Meat Train. Why wouldn't you be in it for lizards?
Dude, that's a
Hey,
good movie.
Mhm.
don't pick on Midnight Meat Train.
Leave Bradley Cooper alone.
And none against Bradley Cooper.
He's a good man.